In this tutorial video, we're going to be covering the global settings for WP permission slip. Okay, let's begin. First, what we want to do is come down to permission slip, and we want to select settings. Now, one thing I want to quickly mention is that there are many settings in each one of these tabs. So I'm briefly going to just explain the various sections and settings that are within each one of these tabs. I'm not going to cover each individual setting. That video would probably take me about 2 hours. Okay, so the first thing I want to point out is you can actually enter your license key here on this top box. And just a quick reminder, you do need your license key entered and saved in order for you to receive future updates. Okay, now the first tab here is individual event settings, and what the individual event settings tab covers are things like your event boxes and your event buttons. And if we just quickly scroll through these, you'll notice we've got things like text settings, kind of the language that is seen in the event boxes. You have some event box settings. This is kind of the physical structure of the box itself. You also have image settings, which also relate to the physical makeup of the images. Then you've got map settings, title settings, title for the event box, description settings. This is the description within the event box. And then button settings. Button settings are for the button that's actually in the event box, unless you're using the shortcode for button only. This will also cover that as well. And we'll just use our quick link here to go back up to the top. And our next setting is calendar settings. And calendar settings are basically for the calendar. So you have things like which day of the week you want your calendar to start on, physical makeup. You've got some point and click cascading style sheet elements in here. You also have some date settings, as well as date and time formatting. And lastly, you have some detailed settings. Okay. And next we have pop-up settings. The pop-up box that we're referring to here is actually the pop-up that appears after you click a button. So a button could be, book a spot or register as a parent. And what that does is it brings up a pop-up box. It's almost the equivalent of a light box. You have a few settings like some of the cascading style sheet elements. You have font settings. You have input box settings, drop down settings, checkbox settings, kind of basically your input fields. You have your button settings, pop-up date settings. And lastly, you have the parent dashboard redirection, which basically can control what happens when a parent actually registers. And so this is a really cool feature. You can actually point them so they go directly to their dashboard, and they can continue filling out their information and begin to enter their child's information so that they can go ahead and register for an event. All right, so let's cruise back up to the top, and now we've got payment and coupons. It's basically just covering your PayPal settings and some other cascading style sheet elements that make up your payment options, and as well as your coupons. You can enable or disable coupons here. And again, these are general settings, so they will affect all of your event boxes and buttons. Next is email settings. And what's cool with WP permission slip is that we provide an email template that gets sent out to parents upon registering for an event. And we've included many email template tags. So you can come in and edit this email template. We give you a default template. It does accept some HTML, so that way you can actually send a pretty email using HTML tags. And that completes this brief demonstration of WP permission slip settings. Thanks for watching.